Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video with me, your boy Ali. Today's video is going to be Anime with Ali, and it's going to be focusing on the new Batman Ninja movie. Let's get into this. You're thinking, Batman Ninja? What's that? And to be fair, that's a reaction I actually initially had prior to my checking out the trailer a few weeks ago. I'm kind of delving straight into the story a little bit. In this instance, literally in the first 2 minutes of the movie, it's him and Catwoman, and they're fighting against the Gorilla Grodd. It's a pretty kind of brisk, opening to the whole thing, and through some form or another, Grodd ended up making a time machine which reacted and just kind of initiated itself during the battle, and through first finding themselves in Gotham, the hero Batman, and everybody else, the villains, even Alfred, I was say Albert there, got it right, Alfred, even they're all in feudal Japan. They end up in feudal Japan. It turns out that not just him, of course, but everybody else, villains forthcoming, have also been transported back, but they've actually taken kind of things into their own hands, and they've had like a kind of tight fist of the law of the land, and Joker, Deadshot, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, and the Penguin, these five, and Grodd, he would make six, they are actually the lords of the land, and the Joker being the kind of overarching, kind of overruling main kind of personification of a daimyo compared to the other five in question. He's got the most kind of reach. The whole setting, the whole kind of premise behind Batman and the whole environment kind of stage of Japan, it's not two things that you'd think would have gone together at all. But I do believe that with this being the setting, the place where it takes place, it's just really interesting and really cool, and it's something new. I mean, you don't really see many Batman kind of stories outside of Gotham. Or do you see any? Am I talking to? I'm not talking to anybody there. I'm talking to the wall. Do you see any? Moving on from the story, mentioning the characters, I did mention the six. I always forget Grodd. The six villains. You also have, of course, Batman, Catwoman, Red Hood, Red Robin, Normal Robin, and who else? Alfred? Does he count as the fifth member? Now, I know that with it being a new setting, it might not appeal to purists, but I don't know, something for me, like, as a fan of Batman, but not so much compared to the other medium of Japanese culture, that's what drew me to watching this. But you can also say the same could be said for fans of Batman being drawn into maybe checking out because of the Japanese culture and the fact it's based in Japan. That's interesting enough as it is. So it can bring along two sets of fans who might not normally watch something like this or feel inclined to. What I want to touch on the most, I guess, moving on from the story, I really want to touch on the animation and the graphics. The actual look and feel of this feature length. It's beautiful. Like, it looks really, really great. How would I describe it? I would describe it as something of a kind of mix of anime style and the 2D comic book kind of DC animations style. You kind of put that together, and what you get is Batman Ninja. The way it looks, there's something, unique about it, yet there's something that, you've seen this before, but not like this. That makes sense? The characters themselves are more or less cel shaded, kind of 3D, 2.5D-ish in their appearance. The backgrounds are more than likely, I guess, hand-drawn or digitally rendered, but just something really nice. Putting the characters and the setting kind of together, it just kind of works. They meld together and they kind of just mesh. And I don't know, I mean, they could have done it in whichever way they wanted. They could have done it one way or another, but I'm actually glad that they did it the way that they did. Now next, I want to talk about the actual voice acting, the dubbing. I actually really thought the voices really, really worked for each character, especially the Joker. Whoever voiced him was fucking fantastic. I really liked it. seeing as I had not really been keen to watch many feature-length kind of animated feature lengths in English before, or not seen many for a long time. This one kind of made me hop back to the days where English dubbing was actually quite good. Animated features, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! So I really like that. I can't comment on the Japanese dub, however, I can recommend the English dub if that's what you have to kind of come across. So overall, I think it's actually a very well animated, very well acted, very well kind of put together feature length. I mean, there's been tons of Batman feature length movies based on comics, based on kind of side stories, based on kind of original ideas. But this one kind of stood out for me. I mean, we're not talking about per se anime, in the truest sense of the word, nor we're talking about kind of comic book style, kind of 2D Western style animation in the truest sense of the word. We're talking about a mix. That's what this is, and I think that's what makes it kind of unique and makes it stand out, makes it worth watching. Like I say, a lot of good things about it, I think I already have. The bad things, during the middle towards the end of the film, things can get a little bit strange. Some things just didn't really work for me, and it could have made the whole thing better had they not been included. I'm not going to say what those things are. There were just a few things that I thought, what is this? Why is this here? Now, if you've sat all the way through this, or just fast forward until you got to this point, or you want to hear what my verdict is, I mean, I'd say, well, check it out. I'd say watch it. Definitely watch it. I mean, maybe there's some of you who are just a bit on the fence, or maybe even having watched this video, you're still not too sure. What I gotta say to you now, giant mechanized castles. If that doesn't grab you, I don't know what does. However much you watch this video, and just to know that you guys clicked and just to check it out, thank you very much. Please check out my previous Anime with Ali videos. Feel free to check out my other kind of videos, my vlogs and whatever else. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.